Alright, guys, my bad. I don't know what the hell was going on with my mic, but that shit, I had to restart my whole damn got all over and shit. So, like, what the fuck? I got no market. Oh, both of that shit. Alright, so now that my mic is back to working, let's get to it. Oh, you hear that? You hear them booing us? They like, boo. They said, boo. Boo me. Don't boo me. Yeah.
Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And for the Pistons, we've got another hometown game in Detroit. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls. And boy, can they stave off this sweep here if they can find a way to pull it off. Dropping another one would really hit the confidence level.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who just got into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
Steve, both teams tonight love to run the offense through the post. Great dynamic if you can make it work.
Yeah, it's
How
not
the
bad.
hell
You
did
still
I
have an old school back to the basket guy scoring the block. What I love now, it's not a lot standing back when I played. You still see teams cut, set of screens, and a lot of backdoor cuts where guys do easy layups. We play out the post right now. Just a lot more movement.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The start five on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Zach LaVine is out there with the baller. And it's Porter at the 3. Here's Thomas after the made shot from Gibson. And here is Thomas. A 14-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. 4 on the shot clock. There's Whitehead. Goes back up. Outside for Thomas. The 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lou and I were able to chat. He said that interior presence is number one on their list defensively. He told me that they have to make it difficult inside and close out the passing lanes to prevent easy looks in the paint. Let's see if that works for him, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Take camera, huh? Okay.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Steve, at the same time that the rest of the NBA seems to be going small, the Pistons are building their fortunes around 2 traditional big men, like Drummond and Blake Griffin. Do you like that direction?
Yeah, I do. Andre Drummond, he has tremendous mobility for his size. And Blake Griffin, he's highly skilled. I think it's about the pieces you put around them, guys that can shoot and guys that can play without the basketball in their hands.
Here's Whitehead. A 26-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
We also got to mention what he did on the defensive end. He racked up a no-steals too.
Thank you.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Gibson passes to Carter. Shoots. It's Gibson. That time on the assist by Carter. 6 points for Bowler.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
To the wing on the left. Here's Whitehead, defended by Gibson. Whitehead passes to Thomas. Shot clock at 5. Over LaVine. It's tipped. Pass to Gibson.
Oh.
And got it out of the basket.
We're bearing witness to one of the great scoring seasons of all time.
Greg, he's delivering night in and night out. Great games and nearing.
All of it. Oh, okay. I had to read that back.
Third all time for scoring in a season.
And guys, don't look now, but Michael Jordan's scoring mark from 1987 is in his sights.
And All-Star Weekend, one of the highlights of the season. AI will be heavily involved in the festivities this year.
Yeah, you look at everything AI has on its plate as far as the
Oh my
festivities.
God.
See how complete a player he is. He truly does it all on the floor.
To the inside.
Lagging. I don't know why my shit lagging. I probably gotta restart my damn stream.
Yeah.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
Bulls leading by 4. Outside Gibson. And stolen by Drummond. It's stolen by Carter. And it's sent back by Drummond. And it's Carroll in the corner. Thomas finds Griffin. Whitehead defended by Gibson. Griffin passes to Thomas. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. Gibson dishes
All
to
right, pass
Carter.
it back to you.
The pass to Markin. Levine against Thomas. Pass to Carter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The winners of 6 championship titles, the Chicago Bulls,
Either that, I'm
in the
just gonna have to
1990s.
turn my mic off. I don't know why
The
this
Bulls
thing's
rebuilt their
lagging.
team a couple times, but then things would have.
Yeah, you had the Derrick Rose years. He won league MVP playing for the Bulls. Then you had Jimmy Butler. He gets traded. They continue to search for that championship formula once again.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. As we reach the halfway point in the season, Steve, how much does a team's depth start to play a part?
It plays a lot. I mean, if you have lack of it, then you start to see the guys that needed some rest or those nagging injuries, you can't rest them. You got to play them, especially if you're jockeying for position, looking down the road for playoffs. And then the teams who are, I would say, have all the depth in the world, those coaches have it great. They get a chance to pick and choose. They sit some guys. I know the league doesn't like that, and they get a chance to start some other guys. They manage minutes and manage injuries very well when you have a deep team.
That one falls.
He has the ability to get hit, stay up in the air, and to finish the play. That's Blake Griffin.
Outside Gibson. Porter looking it over. Levine. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Levine's got his first basket.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Now here's Griffin. 23 points for him the last game against Phoenix.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Gibson up top. Carter against Drummond. Carter kicks to Gibson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Steve, for the Pistons, improving chemistry on and off the court has been a big focus.
Yes, locker room leadership and pieces that fit together on the court. It's about building a team in every sense of the word.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Gibson. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And Andre Drummond, an incredible combination of size and athleticism. Steve, any players that he reminds you of?
You know, a young Dwight Howard. He's also been compared to a more athletic Moses Malone. Drummond's rebounding numbers back that up.
Chicago with the ball. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Outside, Levine. Pass to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws
Wide open.
We talk about Markkanen's handle. How about finishing strong above the rim?
Good spit.
Pistons trail by 4. Now Thomas, looking at his point production, he averages almost 6 points a game. Here's Whitehead, defended by Gibson. Shot's good by Whitehead. Now here's Gibson. Against Miami, he was really on his game. Kicks it to Levine. He dishes it to
Get
Markkanen.
around the dude.
Carter at the elbow. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Oh,
Levine
good.
for 3. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Levine's got 5.
Sweet looking jump shot from any distance. Levine's range goes well beyond the three-point line.
Here's Whitehead, defended by Gibson. And Drummond throws it down.
So gifted. Drummond soars through the air, then explodes on the finish.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Here's Gibson. Steps back and drains the jump shot. 13 points in the game.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Markkanen against Griffin. Markkanen pulls it in.
I like the aggressive move on the layup attempt, but the defender
Oh, I
just
should have
stayed
passed it.
Levine can't hit. Pistons try 5. Pass to Drummond. Outside Griffin. He gets it to Drummond. The pass to Whitehead.
Oh, the fuck.
Here's Carroll
Yes.
with a
Get
block.
that shit, bro.
And here goes the Bulls. Straight. Levine with the ball. He's looking for Porter and finds him. Levine feeling it out a bit. Busts the J after the KG pass fake. And now an 8-point Bulls lead.
tough to challenge Levine out there. Big lift on his shot, and you
He's
must
a bad
close
guy.
out quicker on him.
And the Pistons decide to take their first time out right here. More and more teams are emphasizing the transition game. Steve, what do you think it takes to be successful at that?
No, I think it comes down in a transition game. If you have players, not just the point guard or the guy assigned to handling the basketball the most, when you have a lot of unselfish players, and what I mean by that is not a lot of guys can pass. We'd love to have that, Kevin, but also guys that will run and understand they won't get the bucket because they run and take a defender, that they allow a driving lane for their teammate to be able to score.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Makers checked Mike Carroll. Kennard, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Johnson in for Whitehead. And the basket by Maker.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside Gibson. Levine against Robinson. Here's Hutchison. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Count it.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth.
Here's Griffin after the Bulls pick up 2. Back to Johnson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That makes it 10 of their last 12.
All right, let's get back to it.
Oh, coming from inside the paint.
Gibson against Johnson. Again.
I don't know how to make that because I ain't even specs button correctly.
Some stellar shooting.
That was a lucky shot.
Passes to Baker. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Baker's got his second bucket of the night. The Bulls leading by 6. Gibson finds Coley Stein. Outside, Levine. Pass to Gibson. Here's Hutchison. The Bulls need to get a shot off here.
Oh, lucky shot.
All season long, he has been absolutely dominant. The scoring doesn't end with him.
He's already left his mark on history, moving into 3rd place for most points in a season. Amazing.
And can you believe he has passed Michael Jordan for 3rd most points in a season? It's rare you ever see his airness get passed on any list.
And that one's
You heard that?
No
I heard
hesitation
that.
to make that catch you jumper.
That's starting for Chicago. They won that game against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
Here's Johnson after the made shot from Zach Levine. Fires from 14. Coley Stein grabs the board.
You know, I'd like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
No good from Gibson.
And on some plays, everything goes your way except for the finish.
Kennard, the pass to Maker. The shot off that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. And Gibson, here we go. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
I don't know why that didn't go in. That was a perfect ass
Left in the first quarter. Outside Robinson. From deep 3-point range. Rebound by the Bulls. Coley Stein dishes to Gibson. Good ball movement here by the Bulls.
Yeah, he all on my ass.
With it. So far this one. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. The Bulls have shot
That one do with all on my
67% from the
ass.
line tonight, going for 6.
Yeah.
One shot, Jamie.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, he was all on my ass, bro.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Man,
That's
they
what
are
I
just
didn't do all on my ass.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Chicago. Dunn comes in for Levine. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Gibson. Puts up a 3. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
For the 8th time, man.
Extended the lead. This has been a great period for him offensively.
Pistons failed by 12. Here's Kennard. He had a 12-point outing in their Johnson. Here we go.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many foul and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Both shots good from the strike.
Hey, y'all should
And
see
what
the
an
game. That's
advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him.
I forget what team I would be. They told him, we need to stop stalling.
Here's Johnson.
He said,
His team was
all of a
really on his
sudden.
team.
Didn't y'all coach the state on her?
Off the glass, that one's good. And that's 10 points for Drummond. And so it's Chicago, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Don't miss the high-flying action this All-Star Saturday night as the NBA's top slam dunk specialist to battle in the slam dunk contest.
I thought that said Derrick Rose. I said, oh shit, this player. It's not.
Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard Tyler Johnson.
I don't really limit myself to one position.
And with all the switching, we see teams Greg employing right now that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time on this. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
I tell you, on fire all period long. And this is how you want to start the game.
They build up a monster lead on the heels of great shooting. Love the attack mindset here.
They've got Drummond, Maker out there with Robinson. That's Tyler Johnson, and it's Kennard in the shooting guard position.
Damn.
That's 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter.
Thanks. Well, Baller in that last game against the Heat was a man on the mission. Just a staggering number of points, and he got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over?
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Griffin's checked in for Drummond. Damari Carroll comes in for Glenn Robinson III. Thomas checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Whitehead in for Johnson. That free throw good for Markin. Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
On the fish that saved Pittsburgh.
We almost understood.
That's my favorite basketball movie. There's a lot of them.
Is it really?
I would say that's probably number one for me.
No kidding. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Markkinen.
Oh no, I like those people.
Chicago leading by 23. Pass the car.
Oh.
And tipped. Levine gets to Vonleh. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Vonleh's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
Here's Whitehead, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got a chance to pick up the point at the line. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. Good on both. Well, we've seen the growth of the G League, especially in how much it's been utilized for player development. A lot of guys going up to the NBA level. Steve, how do you think we'll see this evolve over the next 10 years?
I think the G League and this partnership with the NBA and teams have been fantastic. It's kind of similar to baseball right now in the minor leagues, and the teams have done a great job of having the flexibility to bring guys up and down. I love it for a lot of these young guys to get a chance to develop and also be a part of, I would say, the big team.
Excellent point.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Outside Gibson. Just 5 on the clock. Another one falls for Chicago.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still put it on him.
Right side Griffin. And that one clearly
But he's been in
gets the whistle. Two shots coming up because I know him.
And Blake Griffin said early in his career, he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game has helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA season.
A free throw drops for Griffin. And Greg, you look at a lot of the volume dunkers over the years. Their bodies often wear down. You think of Amari Stoudemire, Antonio McDyess, even Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I think Griffin could see the writing on the wall. He used to get over 200 dunks in a season. Now, less than half that number. But the trade-off, hopefully, will be longevity and an increase.
Conley, the pass to Levine. Carter outside from deep. Another three for Chicago.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of the last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Whitehead passes to Griffin. Feeds to Thomas. And it's Carroll in the corner. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
The basket counts, and one. Over the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
And in the first quarter, he was consistently getting to the line and really causing headaches for the D. Haven't seen that same type of consistency here in the second.
Griffin kicks to Carroll. Here's Whitehead, defended by Gibson. Whitehead passes to Griffin. Rebound by the Bulls. Carter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Gibson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Gibson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Man, they just keep coming at you. Can they sustain this level of energy for the rest of the night?
Well, as they fuel this lead, looks like the guys are feeding off the success. That keeps them going.
Oh, my God.
Whitehead. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for Chicago.
And most of the damage being done by the backcourt. They've leaned on their guards big time, and the plan has worked to perfection. The small ball approach has been the way to go.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
The Pistons shooting for the game at 42%. Levine against Thomas. Kicks it to Maker. The pass to Whitehead. Dishes it to Griffin. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
This is where Blake does most of his damage. Just get him the rock inside the paint.
Here's Gibson.
Went over.
It's only by touch.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Nice D from Levine.
He can't get anything to fall this quarter, and obviously that's dragging the whole team down.
Gibson in the post. He's got 31, and he drops it in from the low post.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Thomas against Levine. Over to the left wing. Maker, no one around him. That's
who
it.
got him?
Thomas with the assist. And it's 7 points for Thon Maker. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Bulls.
What the f?
He kicks it to Von.
Bro.
And has in the corner. To the inside. Here's Whitehead. Great D that time from Gibson.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And through the first
Yeah,
half,
I like
pretty
that.
lopsided affair. Ball up front, running away with it. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, pretty soon you're going to be in your first dunk contest. Now, just between us, what have you got planned?
I got some pretty big ideas, trust me. And I couldn't be more excited, so I'm going to put on a show, DA. The fans are going to come in expecting to see some things that they've never seen before. And I'm going to send them home happy.
Well, that's the place to do it, and we're all looking forward to seeing it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
I'm just
See you
going
in
to
just a
some
bit.
regular ass dunk.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big cut.
Because 1 hour.
Though is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Waller having a dominant impact in this game.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
And but off the second half, here's Jim Boyle at 5. And down low, it's Markin and Carter. Waller is out there with Levine. And it's Porter in the small forward position.
No, get that.
Here's Gibson.
I'm supposed to be a layup, though.
Griffin.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking
I'm
himself.
kicking
Yeah,
myself.
the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position. Good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Side Gibson hits the target from 18 feet. Gibson's got 37.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now
Yeah,
for a
like
couple of
a
nights.
The momentum is building. Scoring in a bunch of ways. Can you believe that move? That is power. That is grace. That is awesome.
And that was an unleashed chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Levine kicks to Gibson, but he stays with it.
Good.
Back to Levine. to Markkanen. Clock at 4. Here's
Oh,
Gibson,
shit.
and it's good. The time running down the
I'm
shot
trying
clock.
to pressing X while doing all this extra
You
shit.
can tell he is on a mission down the stretch. Attack offensively and build on this lead.
I'm here, Whitehead.
Here's Whitehead, defended by Gibson. Griffin kicks to Carroll.
That was all the way up.
Drops.
I forget
And it
shit.
goes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got 4 assists now tonight. Gibson finds Levine. Back Gibson. And stolen by Drummond. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Carroll against Porter. Now Carroll looking at his point production. He averages almost 11 points a game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebound numbers as well.
That's it.
Kept alive. Another shot, and Levine finishes inside. Levine's got 14 points.
When they go up tempo and push the action, they are speaking Zach LaVine's language. Zach LaVine won back-to-back dunk contests in 2015 and 2016. The second one against Eric Gordon, an all-time classic.
Wow.
And now Pistons fast break. Lobbed up there for Drummond. It's all in by Bulls. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Gibson dishes to Carter. Right side Gibson. Rebound on Drummond. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Dr. J said it best. Zach LaVine is among the greatest performers in dunk contest history.
LaVine doesn't actually dunk a whole lot in regular games, but when he gets out in transition, though, step back.
Here's Gibson. That's good. And it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got his 5th assist in this one.
He just exudes a love of the game. As you can see it in everything he does, this guy lives and breathes the game.
A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. He clanks that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
He's been this way all evening. You can see it in Griffin's eyes. He has scoring on his mind.
Back to Gibson. Releases from the wing and triples it. Gibson's got 43 points.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Here's Whitehead. He's got 9.
Whitehead.
Five on the clock. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
You have to block out better than that. Drummond is one of the best in the league at converting off the glass.
Gibson passes to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
One of the cases where I failed to tell you the whole story.
That was a stupid ass pass.
The Pistons have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Griffin looking around. Back to Drummond. Over Carter. Again, the Pistons score.
You're adding a few wrinkles. Drummond's interior game is evolving, becoming harder to defend.
And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. And he converts the layup. Gibson's got 45 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed their offensive execution.
Here's Whitehead. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there. Almost 13 points a game.
Blake is deadly as a picker in the pick and roll situation. Reason why when he rolls to catch it, he covers so much ground.
Levine against Thomas. Here's the floater. And Levine lays it in. Levine's got 4 points in the quarter.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Outside Griffin. The Pistons working the ball around now. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Blake took off like a rocket on that alley-oop. Woo!
The Bulls shooting isn't brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. And Gibson kicks to Levine. Back to Gibson. That's good. It is Levine with the assist. Levine's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third three of the game for him, first in this half.
Passes it to Drummond. Over Carter. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And that's 18 points for Andre Drummond. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Porter. Takes it into the teeth of the and converts the layup.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Carroll kicks to Griffin. And another 3 for Detroit.
Blake Griffin's improvement from range. When he makes this, the defense has to make an adjustment.
Smooth sailing for Chicago. And Gibson, here we go. Another bucket. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Levine against Thomas.
He's a baby, bro.
Here's Whitehead. That's off the mark.
Somebody said, oh
They
my
showed
God.
effort and aggression in the paint, really, right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Levine finds Gibson.
Bro, how many did I break that
there's
pole in
another.
their ankles?
He's up to
Right here, I know
52
your
points.
ankles hurt
Yeah,
right
making
now.
a GA look all too easy right now. Here's Whitehead. He's got 9. For 3. He's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because
Good
he
go.
is just not there.
Marcus, bro.
This is where marketing is lethal. Good balance off the catch, smooth mechanics, soft touch.
Back to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Carter kicks to Levine. Pass to Gibson.
Goodness.
From
None
the
of that
line,
was off.
Detroit with the rebound.
You almost have to.
There wasn't no turnover.
He's going to knock those down when he's that open.
Pass to Drummond. Thomas outside. Detroit with the fresh 24. And it's Drummond missing.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Here's
That
Gibson.
nigga echoes.
Yet another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in the game.
He
You
don't do
get
that.
the
He don't
sense
do that.
he just can't miss.
That ankle,
Detroit's gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break.
I'm fucking Whitehead ankles like a lover, bro.
Griffin against Markkanen.
Like ice right there.
Now here's Griffin. 24 points for him. Like it's 6 from deep. Thomas. Chicago grabs the miss. Markkanen's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Broke that man ankles like,
Banked in
boy.
offense. Gibson's got 56 points in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5
What's the
have
sound
come
on here?
on the interior. This is just
Come
smash
here,
mouth
look.
physical basketball, guys.
And it's Carroll in the corner. They grab their miss. And that one's good. Drummond's got 20.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
Levine, good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. All movement has been flawless.
The Pistons shooting around 48% so far in the third. Whitehead passes to Drummond. Here's Whitehead, defended by Gibson. Deep 2 from Carroll. Pops one in from the wing. Carroll's got 5 now.
Nice job from
Okay,
Carroll
right
to
here.
get his hands up and be ready for that shot.
Gibson with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. And contact back down the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So that way, I got to look at it. It's still broken ankle.
For Chicago, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Oh my God, I want to do it. It's really great on that shit. I'm fucking around, he gonna break that motherfucker. Help.
The first one falls, and a different look here for the Pistons. Thon Maker's checked in for Drummond. And Robinson the third comes in for Damari Kill. Kennard, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Johnson in for Whitehead.
I was thinking probably hurt a little motherfucker that was like, damn.
And both free throws good from Gibson. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Gibson against Johnson. Inside, Griffin. Takes the assist and lays in. Picked out the pass nicely. Griffin's got 15 points here in the second half. In the corner, Valentine with it. He feeds it to Carly Stein. Uses the pass to finish the layup.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Unloads from 13. That misses off the backboard. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others is an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Steve, there's plenty of discussion that the NBA has become less physical and more over-officiated. What's your opinion on letting guys play a little bit more?
You know, I think, Kevin, it's freedom of movement, and I think when you took out hand checking and obviously arm bar check.
Griffin's checked in for the Pistons. And Chicago also making a switch. Baller, he's checked in for Dunn. Gibson in the post. Johnson on him. And he banks in the layup. Gibson's got 60.
He's been unstoppable here, trying to shut the door and turn the lights out.
Johnson kick Griffin. Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out. Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor. Draymond Green, they just have a way.
Every spot that always be my shot.
Also, they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding, a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're
Yeah,
right.
well, I made a shot like that.
Johnson kick Maker. Offline with his three. Chicago's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Detroit.
He's like, man, y'all please stop fouling. Aww.
That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. And well, Detroit shooting just 30% from the field in the fourth. they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Robinson left side at the top of the key. Maker.
Nice, sir.
Here's Mercer. Off target with his three.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Monday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And looking at the matchup with the Heat, it's the second game of a back-to-back. You know they're going to feel the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Griffin passes to Mercer. Kicks it to Robinson. Griffin down low, and the officials call it a traveling violation.
And you don't need a big play. Right now, you just need the smart one.
This is what desperation can do. You start to play outside of yourself, making a bad situation worse.
Here's Gibson. Yes, that goes in. Gibson's got 8 points in this quarter.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Mercer passes to Griffin. Here's Maker. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
Gibson for three. Another three for Chicago.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Detroit's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Fires the three. A shot off that time, and the Bulls going the other way now. There's the pass to Luau. Can he keep it going?
That would have been
good from
it.
Gibson. And, well, Detroit shooting 43% from the floor. Outside, Robinson. Passes it to Mercer.
Mercer. No. 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 No.
He dishes it to Maker. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse.
All right.
It's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row. And
pass to Luau.
Get that shit, bro.
Softly drops in the floater.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
And here are the Pistons now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are average, these numbers, and players look around, and the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found when a game is decided. And a lot of times on bad teams, you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. They get a hand on it. And now the fast break. Gibson with the ball.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Outside Griffin. Pass to Mercer.
I don't know how that became stolen.
Just 5 the clock. From 15 feet away. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Longley's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Gibson. An easy 2 points on the layup.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
And to do it in the fourth quarter, you're trying to extend the lead. He's making that happen.
Mercer, defended by Gibson. Here's Mercer. Here's Maker. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance boards. Maker's got 6 this quarter.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
There's nothing more frustrating than that. Give it a point to possession. You won. Second chance opportunities. A great equalizer.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Outside Griffin. And he
I don't know why am I doing that.
Griffin's got 17 now just in the second half.
Big and powerful. Blake Griffin uses his body to his advantage. Gets an angle and finishes.
Valentine kicks to Gibson. High arcing shot. It's good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team.
It's because I can perform all these types of shots in the game, but I can't do that shit right there.
Outclassing the other nice performance, and it really is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys, and what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series. 4 games tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Baller.
How about the rhythm he got into tonight? Unstoppable at the offensive end. And the coach was smart. He kept calling his number.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
Playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated. Still doing his part, but it hasn't been enough. They need some kind of spark.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Can't from the elbow. Down low. Here's Griffin. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
We know how strong Griffin is. He has the ability also to adjust his body in midair to draw the contact.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Gibson. And another one falls.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba.
there is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. And so Chicago takes us and by a big margin. This one was overwhelming.
It really was over.
The fans were.
But when we first started the game, it was over.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled. So this one, they made it look real easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Last game,
For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Carl. Thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
All right, that's fine. All right, guys. That was the end of this game. And I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Peace.